I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be... Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against the defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now we've got whistles and a time. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49. From the 39, Rosen. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
They can't stop the franchise.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. Might hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Rosen escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 10 carries, 76 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon. Throwing on second down, Wilson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Carson. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things.
Tyler Lockett is complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, a run with Breida. 23 yards the pickup there.
We play to win. Let's go.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. This is Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Rosen. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rosen will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch that screen. Watch that screen. 54 is Mike. 54. Hey, dude. 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick your game.
To throw is Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Rosen. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements. Your blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pick. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Good move at the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rosen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver?
Come on now, let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
On first down, here's Breida. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen to throw, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, as the first half is winding down. Now Gold for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Here's Carson. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 16, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. There's Wilson to throw, and he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They run with Breida. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Switch up.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 3rd touchdown of the game. His 8th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe it. Absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one.
80. 54. Line 54. Time to go. Night.
Now Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Completes it to Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Hey, high 7. Right there. 54. Right there.
Now Rosen on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try.
It got his man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 93 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The end result, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run right side with Hunt. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha!
2nd and 4. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49ers. touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, but he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.